Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Dr. Ace video. Today we're going to be playing MotoGP 17, but with a bit of a twist. Instead of the usual style of starting from the back of the grid and making our way forwards, we are instead going to do a time attack challenge mode. And the inspiration I've got from this one was watch the Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix at the weekend. Disappointing race, it was extremely boring. However, I've decided to start the time attack challenge and see how quick we can go. We're going to use 4 factory bikes for this one. I'm going to use the factory Honda, as Marquez is on screen, the winner of the Kota Grand Prix, so it seems only fair and fitting to use him. Moving on to one of the Yamahas, potentially Maverick Vinales, give him the honours after he did qualify a little bit better, and in fact did take pole position, and in fact, of course, went on the podium. And then we'll be moving on onto the other riders, possibly Andre Iannone and potentially Jorge Lorenzo. So, without further ado, let's get to the Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix, and let's race. So here we are in the beautiful, sunny Texan state. The state of Texas? Yeah, that sounds a lot better. And here we go, we are going to commence the time attack challenge. So there is going to be no replays, no rewinds, and potentially 3 laps each rider. I think that's fair. So we're going to say who's going to get the quickest time over these 3 laps each. So we're going to start with Marc Marquez, the winner of the Grand Prix. Oh, we're a bit out of shape there and a bit of a wheelie there, so I'm going to assume that this one's not going to be the best lap. I did trial this last night with a few of the riders, and the times I originally set myself to get within 2 minutes of the lap time, which I think the lap record is a 2:03. So considering this is a video game, we are a hell of a lot quicker, it seems. So, of course, starting out with Marc Marquez. Possibly, I think I've already decided, I think I mentioned earlier as well, I'm going to go for Maverick Vinales second, and possibly moving on to Andre Iannone and then Jorge Lorenzo. That's the plan I'm thinking I'm going to stick with. No idea who's going to get the fastest time. Personally, I think that was a bit close. I think the Ducati is going to be the quickest around this track. Without giving anything away from what I did last night, the Suzukis were quite good. But I'm not going to give anything away. I did try this last night, so I've had a bit more experience on this track, of course. I mean, well, I've had a hell of a lot of experience as I play this game pretty much daily. And I cannot wait for MotoGP 18. It's coming June the 8th. And yes, I have been sad enough to book time off for that. Because it's MotoGP, etc, etc. It's a PlayStation game. I don't think I need to continue much further. But anyway, looking at completing the first lap. I'm not sure if this is going to be within the 2-minute barrier, but I suppose with starting out first, you are technically the guinea pig, testing the conditions. I have not changed any of the settings, I have not changed any of the tyre or the brakes. I have just literally let them stay as default, and thought every rider can go in the same sort of setup. So, first lap down, it's a 2-minute 1:828, which is pretty poor. As the lap times were faster than that yesterday, but we shall see. We're going to have the ghost on this one as well, so that's going to determine how quick or how slow we are, as a matter of fact. So flipping onto the right-hander, we're going to get into the S section. Beautiful part of the track, this. And already we are quite far ahead compared to our virtual ghost that's in the background there. Yeah, we're going to be a lot quicker. I'm interested to see what this first sector time is going to be. Okay, so we're about 9/10 quicker already. And I don't think I'm really pushing too much now because obviously I'm still trying to communicate with you guys and give you some decent commentary. But we are flying. Of course, the few corners I did struggle with was, not struggle as such, but I did feel like I could probably, if I just managed to hook it up all a little bit better, was turn 1. The turn, obviously just that one then, where Andre Iannone went for the daring move up against Marc Marquez in the Grand Prix, which was actually a very good move. And the bike wiggled on him, tank slapper, you name it, and he still held it on, but unfortunately Marquez got the better of him and went on to win the Grand Prix. So, moving a bit further now, this is where Rossi and Zarco had a bit of a tete-a-tete in this part of the track. So fine, this is looking pretty decent. Just got to be careful on the throttle here. 1.7 seconds. And this will conclude the second lap almost indeed. gradually putting on the power there. As we're going to be using both brakes into this corner. A little bit of rear to make sure it doesn't slide too much. We're going to use the full brake. Here we go. Can we get under the 2-minute barrier? It's going to be a 1:59.711. So we did achieve the target. But can we go quicker? And it looks like I'm going to be... Oh, braking way too late. Turn 1. It's a disastrous corner. It's not for the faint of hearted. But can we catch up? In fact, indeed we are. Oh! Well, it wouldn't be Marquez without a bit of a save and a fast lap. It's so good, this track. I mean, it's wonderful to ride on, I imagine. It's wonderful to play the video game on, but every single race we have here is just boring. There never seems to be much action. I mean, I know it's a F1 track and maybe that's why, but the corners just don't seem to offer great opportunities for overtake for everyone. For the likes of the Ducatis, you know, you'd think they would dominate here with the long straight, but unfortunately they have to use well, they did at the weekend anyway, use the extra additional fairing and a sort of a winglet, and I might be braking a bit too late here. Oh no, I hooked it up beautifully. We did indeed. Oh no, touched the rumble strip. May not be as successful as we envisioned. I can't get my words out. Here we go. So of course this corner is where Marquez held up Maverick Vinales. I'm not going to start a controversial argument right now. I don't have the willpower to go on and do that right now. But it did seem to be that potentially he was holding up Maverick Vinales, potentially did not see him, potentially, it doesn't matter, the race is over, the penalty was done, let's move on. So towards the final corner now, it does not look like we're going to make any improvement. But still, in fact we definitely didn't because I touched the red strip. So that concludes this lap, maybe. I'm kind of tempted to go for another one. Okay, we're going to make it 4 laps. We'll make it 4 laps each. 4 laps each rider. So let's see what we can do this time. I don't really want to end it on a poor lap. I'd rather keep going. Well, I could just sit here all day anyway. I could just literally do like 20-30 laps and let you know what the final result is. But I'm not going to. Unless people want that. Which I actually don't mind doing. But yeah, I am back on YouTube anyway. Hello, everyone. It's been a while, I suppose. Probably over a month now, which is too long. Been concentrating on a few other things, job, etc. But who cares about stuff like that right now? It's MotoGP. Let's not talk about crap. We're gunning it. This could. I wonder if it's good. Could it be a 1:58? Maybe. No. Possibly. Maybe not. But this is looking like a decent lap so far. We are well ahead of the virtual ghost. And we're going to come off camber here. And I like to swing it in. Braking late. I'm not braking. I think I brake way. I think I braked too early there. Especially compared to the ghost, because it seems to have caught a lot of time up there. Oh, big black line on the track there from braking a little bit too hard in the front. Can't seem to get that front end to go down. Oh, we're wobbling. This may not be the lap we desired. But we are still over by 0.2 of a second. Smooth throttle control. Oh no! Oh! Well, I don't know why I'm looking behind me because there's no one there. So, Marc Marquez did not get under the 1:58 barrier, but he did get under the 2-minute barrier, which is excellent. So, that concludes this. Let's quickly enter the pits and check out the lap times and the sectors. So, looking at the lap 3, lap 3, we only did 3 laps? I'm pretty certain we did 4. But anyway, doesn't matter. So, yes, that concludes Marc Marquez's attempt at setting the fastest lap time. So far, the time to beat is a 1:59.711, which was set on the second lap, and 3 of the sectors were the fastest. So, we're going to take a screenshot of that now, and we're going to compare the results at the end. But next, it's Maverick Vinales.